Right, welcome everybody to Friday morning warm up number 62, and we have lots of things for you. I wasn't intending that to all rhyme, but anyway, including some long tones and some clapping at the beginning, and of course the usual exercise sheet later on, which we'll run through. And then and a bit of strumming at the end. Well, I'll do some strumming while you can do what you like over the top of it and relax on our way out of the session. Okay, let me just get up onto the screen the clapping rhythm for today. And it is a thing called partito alto. Now, it's a bit of a vague term. It's probably a European term for something which means something completely different to the people who came up with the thing. It's a form of music in Brazil, but extracted from it is a kind of a rhythm. And we now apply this name to this particular pattern of beats. Now, if you look at the top line, don't worry about the second line, that's just your feet stomping. The top line is the partito alto rhythm, and you'll notice that the first two claps or beats are on the beat, and then there are, across the bar line, there are 4 off beats, followed by 2 on beats again. So this is a classic case of tension and release in a rhythmic 2-bar phrase. Starts on the beat, which is obviously the release. Then there's 4 beats of tension, off beat, and then we're back to release again. Release again. It's a rhythm which is used in all sorts of different sorts of music. It's not just a Brazilian pattern. For example, a good Brazilian example is the bossa nova. Guitarists will use this rhythmic pattern to strum when they're strumming. So dung jung 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 jung. That sort of pattern for strumming. It'll also be used by percussionists, of course, and people playing just generally music patterns, soloing, rhythmic patterns in melodies and so on. It will crop up. So you'll see it called partito alto in some examples. Let's just let me get the metronome going. It might be one where you can get your feet going at the same time. The easier ones are normally where I suggest you stamp your feet as well. So let's get the metronome going. Hopefully you can hear that. Right, that's for your left, right. So you'd like to do that. Get left, left, right, or the other way around. And then after 4, I'm going to count you in. We're going to clap that rhythm for a minute. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. I seem to have a bit of reverb on my clapping. Okay, I hope that worked okay for you. No doubt we'll come back to that on a future session. Okay, let's pick up your instruments then, and we will start with just generally getting them warmed up in whatever fashion suits your particular instrument. Bagpipes usually at this point start filling up their bags with air. Saxophones and trumpets will blow long tones, and guitars and ukuleles will twiddle, and pianos as well just get the fingers moving. Right, the scale today is an F Dorian scale or mode. So concert F is going to be the note for warming up the instruments. So I'm just going to just play the note F, concert F. and you can do what you like just to warm up. One, two, three, four. Yes, if you haven't looked up what to do for warming up the fingers and so on for your instrument, because not everybody does, then it's worth looking it up, particularly for your instrument. The sand in my egg timer got stuck, so I didn't know what minute was then. It must have got damp. So I'll get another egg timer for next time. I hope that was a minute. Right, let's move on, and we're now going to do the chromatic scale. So I think I put in the email that the scale will start on the F, concert F, go up a semitone, go up another semitone, and then go back to the first note. So that'd be F, F sharp, G, F, and then repeat the whole pattern a semitone higher. Yeah. So we're not going to do this very quickly because it's, if you're thinking about notes all the time, which some of you will be, that's quite a lot to think about. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll have a little rest, when I say a little rest, a musical rest between each set of notes. So each little phrase. Okay, let me just, as it's a new one, I'm just going to play it for a little. You can join in, but I'm just going to play the first three after four, and there'll be a 2-beat rest between each phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I hope that was okay. I hope you've got that pattern. If not, just turn the sound off and do some chromatic practicing, but hopefully that will work. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Last one. Okay, let's do that one more time. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Last one. Now that's going to be a lot easier on some instruments than others, so don't worry if that was a tricky one. Okay, let's just play the regular chromatic scale now. So we're just going to go from concert F up to F, up to the octave F, and back down again. Okay, so just a good old straight up the chromatic scale. Every note on the way. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And recently we've been doing this faster and faster. So here we go, a bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, you ready to go much faster? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more, we're up to 200 beats a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the chromatic scale, all the notes, one after the other. Good, right, if you'd like to get hold of your exercise sheet for whatever key you're in, I'm going to put the sheet on the screen for C instruments. And today's scale, although some people will say it's not actually a scale, it's a mode, is F Dorian. It's a scale in the sense it's a run of notes from one note to another, one up an octave. F Dorian. So it's a little bit of background to the F Dorian scale then. It's a mode, which means it's based on the regular major scale, but it's starting on a different note than the root note. So the Dorian scale always starts on the second degree of its parent major scale. So that will be E flat major, because if you think of E flat major, the second note is F. So therefore, playing E flat major from F to F gives you the Dorian scale. Of course, if you're on a saxophone or a trumpet, you'll need to translate that into your own key. So you'll be playing G Dorian based on F major. Can be very confusing, this, including for me trying to translate it. Or D Dorian based on the C major. Which means that the people on altos today have got no key signature, no flats or sharps, so a little bit easier. Yeah, okay, so that's the F Dorian mode. It's based on the major scale of a tone below E flat in this case. Another way of looking at it, if you know your natural minor scale, which is the relative of the major scale, then if you sharpen the sixth, raise the sixth by a semitone, you get the Dorian scale, or Dorian mode as well. That's another way. If you're an improviser and you're wondering what to do with it, it's a scale which is used for improvising over minor seventh chords predominantly, and usually ones which are for a bar or two or longer, rather than very quick ones. For example, if you were playing something like Moondance by Van Morrison, which is A minor for 16 bars, A minor Dorian would be an ideal scale to use over that. And also if you've played Oya Como Va, which I know a lot of you have, and the minor seventh chord in that, even though there's a seventh chord after it, that's sort of a constant for quite a time, you'd use the Dorian scale over that as well. Right, let's get on and play the scale. And okay, we're just going to play the first bar first of all, as written, just the first bar. So this is just going up the scale for one octave. After 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's move on to the second bar now. So just play exactly the same thing. Descending. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And for the final time, the second bar. 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Someone once said that mode is actually an old word for mood, and when you hear music played in a mode, it's just got a different mood to the normal major and minor sort of familiar sound that we're used to. And it's a nice way of thinking of it, actually, because all the music in different modes do have different moods in their sound, in their feel. Right, let's play those first two bars one after another, just so straight across those two bars. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the scale. The next two bars, third and fourth bar of the top line, is an arpeggio of the chord which is associated with this scale. So that's going to be an F minor seventh for concert instruments. In other words, if you took the first, the third, the fifth, and the seventh from that scale, which is generally how we work out seventh chords, the first, the third, the fifth, and the seventh, you end up with an F minor 7. And so we're just going to play bars 3 and 4 and just stick the root note on the end. I haven't shown that. So this is a minor 7th, an F, concert F minor 7th arpeggio. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stuck that F on the end. Let's do it again. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that obviously explains why you would use that scale over that chord if you were doing some sort of improvising, because of course those notes have all come from that scale, so the banter sound. Okay, good. Right, let's move on to the second line now, and we've just got an exercise based on the F Dorian scale, and it's just working its way up the scale in 3-note cells. So we're just going to play from left to right, all 4 bars, and that's the second line. Here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, after 4, 1,
semi-quavers, Dave.
Sorry? Sorry, Chris?
You've got semi-quavers written there, not
Oh,
quavers.
crumbs, I was playing half speed. Yes, well spotted, yes. I felt like it was taking a long time to get to the end. Da, 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 da. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. After all these years, I've been doing that. Right, here we go. 1, after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. that sounded better. Bit harder, but it sounded better. After 4, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on to the next line down, and same thing, just in reverse. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the sound of the Dorian mode. Right, let's move on to the more rhythmic part of the sheet, the last 2 lines, and this is, I'm using the F minor 7th arpeggio as the source of the notes for these rhythmic patterns, the thing we did at the top. And so first of all, yes, I know I asked for songs which start on this so you can help you recognise the minor 7th arpeggio. Julie had a good go at finding a couple of songs which almost did, but it was a brave attempt, but unfortunately, and I haven't found anything either. So nobody's ever started a song on the minor 7th arpeggio. Perhaps I shouldn't draw that conclusion, but we haven't found one. So let's just play that first bar as a loop. It's a little bit like what we've already done, but we'll just play that first bar. So just loop it after 4. And these are crotchets this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, on to the second bar. Let's just play that once just to make sure we get that timing right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now loop it. 2, 3, 4. Last time. On to the third and fourth bar, and
there's a Rod Stewart song which has got this in the middle of it. I can't remember what it's called.
It's more likely in the middle of a song, yes. Well, if you can find it, that'd be great. But I think starting a song is the way we kind of recognise things. But yeah, if you can find it in the middle of a song, that'd be good. It must be used, the minor 7th arpeggio. I mean, it's not that weird. Plenty of soloists use it, but not necessarily melody writers. Right, on to the third and fourth bar of this line. And
what about "Do You Think I'm Sexy"? Do you think I'm sexy?
Are you asking, or are you?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you very much.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll look that up afterwards and have a listen. Right, yes, yeah, okay. I've got an inkling of it in my head. Yeah, okay, we won't go there at the moment, but yeah, thanks for that suggestion, both of you. Right, bars 3 and 4, and little pairs of notes here with quaver rest between them, so it gives a little pattern which kind of shifts in and out of beat. So let's just play it once. Bars 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's loop it. 3, 4. Last time. That put me off saying that. I hope you finished that one. Me talking and trying to play that offbeat rhythm at the same time threw me. But okay, good. Let's move on to the last line now. And so we've got our good old triplets on the first bar. So let's just do the first bar after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now loop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. All our little phrases are ending on the 7th, which is probably not the nicest note to end a phrase on, but nevertheless, that's the way it's going. Okay, bar 2 on the last line after 4. Let's play it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now let's loop it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. All good so far? I hope so. Okay, on to the third line. More triplets, but without the rests in between. So this is just da 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 type of rhythm, but there is a beat rest at the beginning, so watch out for that. After 4, just that third bar once. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and let's loop it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Last time. Doodly doodly doodly. Right, on to the last one. So we got da 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 da. Let's just might slow it down a little bit for this one. It's quite quick. So we're into semiquavers now. So that first phrase is just the first phrase. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to add on to that the second and third phrase. So let's play the whole thing once. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oops, sorry, my mistake. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's loop it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, no. I always put the hard one at the end, don't I? The one that trips me up. Let's do that again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give up on that one, you know. I thought I had it before. But if you've had a go, then that's great. Okay, let's move on now. And time's cracking on. So, I know when I'm defeated. I'll have to go on this course that Catherine's been on with all that sight reading. Right, let's move on now to the chord session. Right, this is the last part of the session today. So I'm just going to play those chords, just strum them gently. And then you can play whatever you like over the top. You could try the F Dorian, concert F Dorian scale if you want to improvise, or just play some chord tones, practice your arpeggios. So here we go, just for a minute, see if I can get my... Yes, my egg timer is working, the sand is moving. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Finish on the tonic, and there we go, the sound of Dorian, F Dorian. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for coming along, or staying where you are, as it were, today. And see you in a week's time. Let's get this off the screen. You can all unmute yourself and say goodbye to each other if you like.
Yep. Sure, bye, everybody.
And
Thanks.
Bye. Thanks very much, Dave.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Have a good week.
See you next week. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Bye.
Next week.
Bye.